Bratt, seems like the last couple of games, this team kind of on the cusp of figuring things out as far as the system goes. Still not close, but do you think things are kind of coming along?
I do. I thought we played well enough both games to get 4 points. Unfortunately, we got one, but, the boys were talking, and so we play like that for another 70 games or whatever it is. I think we'll be in good shape. The same note, though, good teams find a way to get points. We'll just keep working at the game and the structure and just take it day by day.
So is the mood happy that you did manage to get a point with that late goal, or kind of disappointed that you were a crossbar away from getting two?
Listen, you're never happy when you lose, right? But, I guess we'll take it back-to-back and another big game Sunday. It's more about the process, like I said. We thought we played well enough to win both games. So just try to build off this.
How do you feel where you're at as far as conditioning?
Yeah. Conditioning feels good. Obviously, Rossi just kind of just the feel of the game and timing a little bit's off, but to be expected. I've never not had a training camp or started the year like this. It's been interesting, but legs feel good. Kudos to the staff here. They've been unbelievable. Nothing but good things to say about them.
What is it about the way that you guys were able to play play catch up 3 times and get that point? Is it relying on your system? Like, what did you sort of see in that?
Yeah, just sticking to our structure, right? Good teams don't panic, and you're not gonna have your best every night, and it's not gonna go your way every night. But you stick with it, and you trust your system and the process, and you trust your teammates, and good things happen.
Where do you think you and Luke are at as far as the partnership there?
Yep.
And getting accustomed to what Sheldon wants you guys to do?
Yeah, still feeling it out, obviously. It's been a little challenging personally, new team, and obviously haven't played many games lately. So I think we're only going to get better. He's such a talented player. He's going to make my life easy to play with. So just excited to keep going with him.
What's the emotions when you fight back to get that late goal? Obviously, get a point out of it, but still come up just short in the long run.
Obviously, missing out on the 2 points is obviously hard. Obviously, we do a good job fighting us back into a position of getting 1 point, and towards the end of the season, that 1 point can make a big difference. So, obviously, that was good, and obviously, it's a little tough coming in here, only getting 1 point out of it. We were millimeters from almost getting 2 points and coming in here celebrating, and instead we're having the feeling we have now. But I think looking at the process how we have played the last 2 games, I think we're taking steps in the right direction. I think it's just going to be a matter of time until we really can get on a roll. I think we've been playing good lately, and it's just a matter of time for us to get those last percentages to make a big difference.
I was just about to say, last couple of games have been very good. Seems like you're right on the cusp of figuring things out. Is that what you feel like the team too?
Yeah, I think we're coming in the room, and even during the intermissions, we're feeling the energy, and we're feeling how good we are as a team when we're playing the right way. And I think we're right on the edge for that, and I think we can obviously be pissed off of not getting those 2 points. But I think in the end, we can look at our game and say that we're right there. We're doing a lot of good things, and still early in the season. We got to keep this as a progress every day, and it's just a matter of time until it clicks.
What did you see on your tying goal to get that one?
We've been talking about getting pucks to the net and to the paint and creating second, third opportunities. And I think they're trying to clear it or something. It goes on a skate and then right to me backdoor. I'm just trying to be on the right spot at the right time, and it's usually what happens when it's 6-on-5. There's a lot of bodies in front, and a lot of weird bounces can happen in front of there. So just trying to be on the right spot.
What has been missing, Jesper, do you think, these last 4 games, last 4 losses?
I think there's just small details throughout the game. I think there's some momentum breaks. There's obviously been some penalties that we've been taking in the wrong times, that they've been getting a goal, and then kind of takes the energy out of you at the wrong times. But I think these are things that we know as a group can get cleared up. And when we're playing the right way, like I said, we're seeing what a great team we are when we're playing to our system, and that's just going to be the process going forward.
With penalties, it seemed like you disagreed with that interference call that you had tonight.
Yeah, I think so. He's a big boy, and I didn't anticipate him going down like that. I don't really know what happened, but I thought it was just a battle in front of the net, and I didn't see more than that, and I thought it was a little loose call, but yeah, I haven't seen it on video.
Lazar, do you feel happy to be able to get a point with how things came down to the end, or come disappointed that you were a crossbar away from getting 2 out of this one?
Yes and no. Like you said, we're so close. In saying that, we're doing a lot of good things. A few breakdowns end up in the back of our net, but that's the game. So I don't think it's any reason to kind of dwell on this. Like I said, we fought hard. We pushed in the third. It took a while to get that, but then to solidify that point, it's massive. So kind of recharge the batteries here. We got one more at home before we head out the road. So we want to continue to build and just continue to trust the process.
So the last 2 games you guys have been really, I want to say close, but honing in on those details. Where do you feel the game is at for the team?
Yeah, this one was different. I mean, completely different game than Detroit. Sheldon kind of talked about that in the first. We got to get a little bit more dirty, trying to get the pucks, deep in their end and kind of wear them down. Once we did that, we had success. Probably could have been a little bit more consistent at it, but that's all part of the long season. You got to kind of change the way you play depending on your opponent. Like I said, we fought hard. We're an inch away.
Feel good to get on the board, obviously.
Yeah, first one's always the hardest to get. So a big sigh of relief. Again, I'm just trying to put my head down and work, but it's always nice to see one go in.
You seem for surprised it went in, right?
I had zero idea. No idea. So again, the goalie didn't move, so I haven't even seen the replay or anything. So I didn't know where the puck went, but I went in the right spot.
One of the things just talking to Pesce before is about relying on your systems, and that's what sort of allows you guys to, stay within these games. How confident do you feel this group is right now with where you guys are at, playing to what Sheldon wants you guys to do?
Super confident, but in saying that there's always room to improve. And I think that's what we're trying to harp on is, that consistency and that, day in and day out, being able to play and adapt to other teams. On neutral zones, kind of got 2 different looks. Today we kind of got in between. Again, that just comes back to puck management and whatnot. So again, there's always areas to get better. I think we could have built some more speed to the neutral zone to kind of attack them, put them on their heels more, feed their transition less. But again, we know what we're doing. We go over it every single day and what we want to play to and find our identity.
I'm thinking a little bit about the feeling and the mood. Last year made Brown this time to this year. It feels like there's just a different level of confidence that you can climb out of, whatever slump you're in. Do you sort of sense that in terms of the aura or the vibe?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I guess we're kind of a little bit of a skid here, but it's just kind of that next day, get after it mindset. It feels like we've been going for a while this whole season. We're already like 10 games in or so. So we're still trying to learn. A couple new additions at the back end. We're still trying to feed off each other and get that chemistry going with everyone. But guys are buying in. Guys are doing a good job, and I think we've shown too that when we're on and it's clicking, we're a very hard team to beat.
It seemed like that hit by McDermott kind of gave the game a pulse for a little bit. What was your take on that?
Yeah, I was on the ice. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
All I know is I had the puck going up the ice, and Romanov had no helmet on. But that's Dermy. He plays true to his identity. He's a big, scary man, and a beauty hit. And for him to kind of go in there, like you said, set the tone, but then also to draw a penalty, it was a big momentum swing for us. So he did a great job tonight.
Coach, you talked to a couple of guys in the room. They said they're starting to feel like things are starting to gel, come together. Is that your evaluation, particularly these last 2 games?
I think our guys are playing hard. Yeah, today's game's a lot different style of game than the one we played last night. But I think you look at yesterday, I thought it was a pretty, in lots of ways, dominant effort by our team and don't get rewarded for it. And today we're kind of chasing the game basically right from the get-go. And that's a challenge, but our guys stayed with it right till the end, and I thought we got better as the game went on, as we sort of adjusted back to the way this game was being played here tonight. Those signs are encouraging, but listen, the league is hard. Everybody has their own challenges and everything. Tonight's game is our 9th game in the last 16 days. The NHL is a tough schedule. It's a tough league. That's almost unheard of. And we played a lot of hockey, and that's coming back from Prague. So 9 games in 16 days. We look like a team that hasn't practiced much. We've had 2 practices in the last 16 days. So only 1 coming off a day off. So all things considered, to see our team fight on a back-to-back here tonight, 3rd game in 4 nights, and make sure we get the point. Those are all really encouraging signs. We come back from Tampa and have a great, good practice day, practice hard, get our minds right to go out to Detroit. Like those things are what I'm most concerned about right now. We'll get all the other stuff fixed up over time.
You put Jack, Jesper, and Nico together a couple times. What do you like about that dynamic? Obviously came up with a goal tonight.
3 elite players. So, I think when you have a favorable opportunity, to take advantage of it, and I think in the first period it was an icing, against their fourth line and put them together. Anytime I've done it, those guys have had really good shifts, really good sequences for us. So, yeah, just trying to stay with it, and today got rewarded.
You talked this morning about potentially some guys being nicked up. Was Nathan Bastian one of those guys, or did you just really want to get Curtis McDermott into this game?
Well, I've been wanting to get Curtis in. He's worked incredibly hard. And has been as good a teammate as you could ask for, and in fact that he hasn't played. But Bass was a healthy scratch here for tonight, and that's why McDermott was in.
Nico has been a terrific player in this league for a number of years now, but what are you seeing out of him, especially during this recent stretch where he just seems to be scoring a goal every single night and in big moments?
He's been outstanding. I've had respect for his game from a distance, but being behind the bench and seeing him every day, it's been tremendous. And I've called on him to do a lot of heavy lifting for our team, matchups, face-offs, penalty kill, and to still find offense the way that he has. It's outstanding. I mean, he bullies the face-off there in overtime and then rips one off the bar. I mean, we're in here with an entirely different tone if that goes bar and in. But he's been outstanding. I'm learning more and more about our guys every single day. But he's been real fun to watch and work with.
Sheldon, what do you think has been maybe the missing piece in these losses? And do you sense at all that is the team still thinking about what they need to do out there? What you're preaching to them?
With each day, I think things are becoming a little bit more clear on what they want to do. But like I said, it's been a challenge. Like it's easy for me as a coach. I don't have to work through it, put the skates on every day. All of you fine folks get to sit here and evaluate and critique the play of the group. But 9 games in 16 days, it's a lot. And so it's some things. Fatigue's hard to fight through, so you're not going to look like you want to. 2 practices in 16 days, like there's times out there tonight, and there's things that we would address in practice as we haven't had the time. So we're trying to do some patchwork in video and talk to guys and do things like that. So things aren't going to look quite the way we want them to. So there's some perspective a little bit of what our guys have been going through. And like I said, it's not an excuse, it's a reality of the league. Everybody has their own challenges, but it's been hard to really get real traction with how we want to look, quite honestly, because of just the demands of the schedule here. So we're trying to manage our way through this, and that's again why the most encouraging part for me is just the fight of our team, to stay with it, stay positive, keep working, find ways to get a point here. You go back to the Washington game, same kind of thing. Find way to get a point. Overtime is, the nature of overtime. I mean, it's a crossbar one way, a chance the other way. You kind of flip a coin which way it's going to go. But there's encouraging signs of our team. Like I said, the spirit of the group to me is the most encouraging sign. Curtis McDermott comes into the lineup tonight. Doesn't know what his minutes end up being, 2 and a bit, but he makes an impact in the game. Like those kind of things are, I think, are encouraging. But with the spirit of our team.
You moved Palat around across the lines. What have you seen from him lately?
To me, I've liked, in two-thirds of the ice, he's been really good for me. D-zone, neutral zone, he's made plays, he's advanced the puck. Obviously, not a lot's happening for him in the offensive zone. He had one chance there, looked like he got in behind the D in the third period. Like, to me, he's been doing lots of good things that obviously don't show up on the score sheet quite yet. But he's brought a lot of stability to that line, especially when the puck comes on our half of the ice. And I don't think that can be understated, because it's a really important piece to help Jack and Bratt get going and get on offense and spend less time in their end and be a little more organized in D-zone. So to that end, I'm happy with him, and he's a leader. He's pushing. I think he wants more offense from himself. Clearly, we would like more offense from him. But I've seen encouraging pieces that have helped Jack and Jesper Bratt be who they need to be for our team. And that, to me, as the coach, is important, regardless of what the stat line is going to say.
And the power plays are working, but how do you get more 5-on-5 offense going?
Did we get a couple of 5-on-5 today?
Just in general.
I don't know. I mean, I'm going to talk about today, not in general. Thank you.